welcome back. This is gonna be a review on a makeup brush set, and it's by the brand Iluminate. It's the 22-piece rose gold makeup brush set. It came in this box. In the other side of the box it has all the different brushes that you get in the set, and also this little brush cleaner that it's really useful. I actually been loving washing all my brushes with this little thing, so I don't have to do it against my hand. I'll talk about it in this video, but basically today I just want to give you an overall experience with this brush set and how I divided this set into different categories to make it work for me. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Now, on the first brush set that I'm going to share with you is the face one. I mean, I have different brushes in each one of these sets, and this is how I use them. Of course, this is just as a reference, and you can use them however you feel that they work better for you. Now, the first brush that you can see right here is the powder brush, and it's pretty big. I like it to apply lightweight powder all over the face. I don't think it's good enough for powder foundation because, it's very fluffy, so it won't give you as much coverage as a flat powder brush. But this is really good for applying powder all over the face and kind of set the foundation. Now, the next one, this is a brush that it's very similar to the one before, but it's smaller. And what I like about this brush is that you can use it on the side. So it's a little bit pinched in here. So if I decide that I want more coverage from my powder, I apply it right here, and then I kind of go like this on my skin to give more coverage. I also love to apply this bronzer, or to bronze my face, not contour, but bronze my face with this. And the next one, which is the blush brush, and I wanted to compare it side by side so you can see the difference in size. This is more specific for the cheeks because it's small enough that you don't go all over the place. You know how sometimes the blush brushes are too big and you end up in your under eye area with blush? Well, with this product you have a little bit more control of where you're going to apply the product. Now, the next one is the stipple brush, and this is a staple I think in every brush set, or it should be. This is what I apply my cream products with. So either my blush, my bronzer, highlighter. This is a really nice one, and it does have longer bristles compared to the e.l.f. stipple brush, but I do like it. I also like to blend cream products on my face, and it's really soft. Now, lastly, from this set, there's a couple of brushes that are very similar. This is the foundation brush, and it's flat, and I love to apply my foundation with this for more of a full coverage effect no matter what foundation I use. You do apply more product and patting the product in. It gives you a little bit more coverage, but I do have to go with my beauty blender and blend everything right after, just to make sure that I don't see any streaks from this foundation brush. The next one, it's the concealer brush, and this is what it looks like. It's very small and precise, so I can apply my under eye concealer with this and have a lot of coverage, just like the foundation brush. When I use these two products, I do get more coverage, but once again, I do need my beauty blender to blend all the edges at least, so I can just make sure that if I have any excess product sitting on top of my skin, the beauty blender can remove it. Now, going to the next set, and I'm gonna try to put it, in order of how big the brushes are, is the blending kit that I call. It has 4 blending brushes. But the biggest one, I use it for all over the lid. So I go once into either a translucent powder or a skin tone powder eyeshadow, and then I go all over my lid. Now, I have to do it once, and that's why I love this brush, because it's big enough that I can do that instead of going over and over again with a smaller brush and then creating more of a thicker base that it's not the best whenever I want to do an eye look. Now, the next one in size, it's the one that I love to use for my transition color. This is very fluffy and it doesn't apply too much product, so I love it for that reason. And the next one in size, or the next two, are the ones that I use for more precise work. So if I want to apply the darker color in the outer corner of my crease, I go with the smaller one, and the other one I leave it for whatever I stop, and then I go into my inner corner. So these brushes, of course, it's gonna depend on how big and how small your eyes are, but I believe since you have, you know, different sizes, this you can make it work. Now I use the 4 brushes when I do one makeup look, so it's not that I pick one over the other one. The next set is one of my favorites because it's the cream eyeshadow set, and that's how I call it, because it has the different brushes that work for cream eyeshadows. Now the first two that I'm gonna talk about, they have like that little round top on both. One is bigger than the other one and one is wider than the other one, but I love these two for applying cream eyeshadows in my outer corner, in my inner corner, and be really precise, just because you can kind of draw the end of the cream eyeshadow, and that way you don't have to blend that much, or you don't have to go and then correct it with a makeup wipe. You know how fast cream eyeshadows set, so with this you have more control. You can kind of draw the color in the outer corner, in the inner corner, and then, you know, if you have 2 brushes, like in this case, I can do it with different colors, one for my outer corner, one for my inner corner, or whatever the case may be. Now the next 2 brushes in this little cream eyeshadow set, they have a more of a different cut. This is more round and this is more straight. I mean, you can use this for applying color in your lower lashes, but I love to use this two specifically to apply a color tattoo in the center of the lid. So if I'm gonna apply a color all over the lid, then I go with just one of these brushes. I'll apply it all over the lid, and then with the tip, I kind of give it the shape that I want. So if I want to go over the crease, then I can do that. If I want to stay under the crease, then I can also do that. And then with the other one, I create the spotlight effect with a lighter color in the middle of the lid. Now finally, in this little set, I have a pencil brush. This is a very useful brush that I love to kind of draw my crease with the color Creamy Beige by, what is it? The Leather Collection by Maybelline. I love to just pick this color and kind of draw the crease, and I feel like it's, you know, it's not too dark for my skin tone, so it's like a peekaboo effect that I can apply exactly whatever I want because I have this more of a pencil brush that gives me the power to do that. Now the next set is for eyeliners. It has the precise brush with just, you know, that little tip that you can use for creating the thinnest line on your upper lash line or even in your lower lash line. But it does take time. I mean, if you want to use it for more details and put the color in between the lashes, I mean, this works. And I also have a couple of angle brushes. The small one, I love to do my wing with this so I can be precise, and it has the angle that I need, so I don't have to guess how I have to do the angle in my outer part of the lid for a wing liner. Now for the line that I'm gonna create in my upper lash line, I need this one because this is thicker, so I can do a 1 line or even 2 lines and I would be more than enough. I go over it twice, that's what I mean, and that would be more than enough. But if I go with this specific one, it's gonna take me, you know, a really long time. I'm gonna be more precise, but it's gonna take longer for me to create that line that it's gonna connect to the wing. So those 3 brushes, I feel like you can also use them in the same look as well, for more precision and also to create the wing. Finally, I have the eyebrow kit, and it has a spoolie, which is essential in any kit. It also has this one, which is a brush for your brows, and also you can use it for your lashes. So if you want to separate them, you can go with the plastic part and you can separate your lashes. And finally, it has this little angle brush that you can do your eyebrows with. I love my Anastasia Deep Brow Pomade, but I feel like you really have to be careful in the brush that you use, because if it's too thick, your brows can be crazy. So this is small enough that I can draw you know, under and the top of my eyebrows, and then kind of fill them in with whatever it's left. And even if you have bigger brows, I mean, I don't think it's too small. You know, even if you have thicker brows, you can do it pretty quickly. Now, when I use my number 7 by Anastasia, you know, I get like this, you know, the spoolie on one side and the angle one, but that means that I have to keep these brushes together at all times because I can't use one without the other. I wish they came in just, you know, in a double-ended thing, but you can still make it work. Now finally, from this kit, I also have the little thing to wash the brushes, and it's called the brush egg. So basically you put it in between these two fingers and you wash your brushes. Here I'm going to put a clip so you can check it out on how I do it. And it has a little space right here that you can be more precise and kind of clean them, deep clean it a little bit more than in this area. But I love this. It cut the time of me washing my brushes a lot. So anyways, my overall experience with this set, it's been really good. I feel like you can use all these brushes for, or you can use the entire kit in one makeup application. I feel like you don't have to be a professional to use all these brushes. And if you're the kind of person that is trying to kind of dive into makeup, try different looks, try different techniques, try different things with makeup, I think this would be perfect because you have a lot of variety of different brushes. Overall, it's a really good set. I would still add like a makeup sponge to this set, and I will also add another brush for powder that it's cut straight so I can apply more of my powder foundations, because this gives me a lightweight application. Other than that, I feel like this set is very complete. So that was it for this video. I hope you enjoy. I hope it was helpful. And if you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe so you won't miss any new videos Monday through Fridays. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.